What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Let's cover a unit that really doesn't get much coverage nowadays. I highly doubt a lot of people have seen this guy at 100%. We're speaking about the Humanity's Hope Super TEQ Super Saiyan Future Trunks. So yeah, we're going to test them out on two variations. One's going to be on the Hybrid Saiyans, and the other's obviously going to be the Future Saga. So let's just cover the stats a little bit while the gameplay's running. He does have the leader skill of all types. HP, attack, and defense increase of 25%. Pretty minimalistic leader skill. It's pretty much irrelevant at this point. But super attack will cause supreme damage to the enemy and also raises attack for 6 turns. The passive skill will increase attack by 80% when facing only one enemy, so that is a little bit of a restriction for example, events like Battle Road and other Dokkan events that involve multiple enemies. But since most of the Dokkan events only have one enemy, it's not too bad of a liability or limitation. In terms of Link skills, he does have Super Saiyan, that's 10% increased attack. Golden Warrior is a +1 key enemies defense drop of 2,000. Royal Lineage, +1 key messenger from the future, 500 increased attack. Dismal Future is +1 key, prepare for battle, +2 key, and finally Fierce Battle will add 15% to attack. Like I said, he falls into two categories, Hybrid Saiyans and Future Saga, so you will see the first section within a Hybrid Saiyan setup, and then the second half will be the Future Saga setup. For max stats of Rainbow status, HP is at 12,978. Attack is 13,679 and defense is 9,623. So overall, not too bad. 12 key multiplier is 135%, and this guy can be farmed with the SA from the what is it? Hope, Fight Against Despair, or something like that. Whatever that Dokkan story event is, you can farm the SA that way. Both the intelligence version of Future Trunks and also the strength raised Trunks can be used to raise the SA for that. I would probably say the intelligence version is probably easier to farm than the strength version, based on my experience, but correct me if I'm wrong. So 80% increase attack from the passive, it really isn't bad, but it seems like, well, it doesn't seem like it's actually the case that there are several better Future Trunks units that are in the game, so this guy's definitely overlooked a lot, and I can certainly understand that because, well, especially now because the free-to-play LR Future Trunks is out on JP, and it's a much, much better unit. It might actually be the best variation or version of Future Trunks in the game. So, since he is a free-to-play unit, I mean, obviously, why spend the orbs on other units that aren't going to be quite as good? So, this guy will definitely be overlooked and overshadowed for, I don't know, the rest of the game's existence, I guess, in a way. But I don't know, maybe at some point he'll get another Dokkan Awaken where he does get upgraded. We'll have to see about that, but more or less, I mean, this unit request has come up quite often, periodically, so I've been really meaning to get a video for this, but it's just crazy schedules and forgetting about it. Things tend to happen, so here it finally is. And just a note, on the Hybrid Saiyan setup, he is getting a lot of help from the support type units. Obviously, you've seen the Super Saiyan 2 physical type Gohan, part of the rotation throughout, and then you just saw the Strength World Tournament Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman as well. Both of those units provide at least 35% increased attack, and then you've got other units like the TEQ Super Saiyan 2 Youth Gohan as well, providing that 30%. So he's definitely getting a lot of help, and that's why some of the damage output is as high as it is. But overall, he's not a bad unit. Like I keep saying, he's definitely overlooked just for the simple fact that there are better units in the game. Like, even if we're not factoring in the LR Future Trunks for JP, I mean, obviously the Super Intelligence Trunks is definitely a better unit overall compared to this one. And there are other variations of Trunks in the game too, but this guy's probably, like I keep saying, he's definitely overlooked, and not much attention is on him. But You know, for those that are curious, hopefully, you know, this kind of, you know, gives you an idea of what this guy's like at 100% potential. You know, obviously these are estimates because it is a server test, but it gives you close enough estimates to be able to, you know, gauge how he is. So, I guess unrelated, but it is worth bringing up. I guess there's you know, the rumor mill is going crazy on social media right now with the new Broly unit expected to come out. So obviously a lot of speculation at this point. Nobody knows till the, you know, data's actually available and the unit's released. I mean, people aren't gonna know for sure what the deal is with that, but I don't know. From what I've heard, it's coming out pretty soon. So I guess I'll keep my ears open about it too. This Gohan that you see right there, the physical type, I am definitely satisfied in getting that guy to 100% potential. Like, he puts in a lot of work, and he's a great support unit, and he could actually hit pretty decent too. So for those debating, my recommendation is definitely, I mean, he's definitely worth it in my opinion. And, you know, like I said, this is my opinion, and my opinion only, so just take that as just my personal preference. It's not like a factual base or anything. I mean, he is able to get to 1 million in potential output with the key meter, so I mean, he is getting, you know, help of 35% from both sides, so it's a hell of a boost. But you know, the fact that he's able to get to that level is still impressive. For, I mean, this guy's a pretty old unit that's at this point now, so he's definitely outdated. I wouldn't say outdated, but he's definitely on the realms of being outdated. I mean, I don't think a lot of people run him anyway nowadays. He at least does have you know, Super Saiyan and Golden Warrior and Fierce Battle links. I mean, those are overall pretty good links that he's going to share with a lot of units. So in terms of, you know, getting an SA and getting some sort of attack boost, it's not really bad at all. So this is going to be the future Saga category setup. So you're looking at a better boost overall, you know, with the 150% double leads from the future Gohan units, and then not quite availability with the support units, but he still links up pretty well with a lot of units on here. I'd say predominantly with the other Trunks units and Vegeta also. I mean, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Royal Lineage, and Fierce Battle probably, and maybe also Prepared for Battle as well. Those are probably the links that he's going to share with most of the other units, especially within this category. So, I mean, if you don't have, I guess, the intelligence version, and maybe you're still grinding the LR version, or for some reason you don't have that version, I guess he's a decent enough unit. But in my honest opinion, the Agility LR Future Trunks is definitely the best variation of Trunks in the game. So it's much more worthwhile to farm him and get him to 100% than it is for any of the other units. I mean, it's just it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, he's just overall a better unit. But this guy isn't bad. This guy is definitely not bad. It's a little bit unfortunate that he doesn't have any sort of defensive boost. You know, I think that would have made him a little bit more viable, I guess, in a way. But yeah, I mean, this guy is definitely a pretty old unit at this point in time. So, I mean, he could very well get a Dokkan Awaken at some point. In my personal preference, and regarding this unit or card, I actually prefer the UR version of this Trunks, like artwork, I guess, the card art design or whatever you want to call it, over the Dokkan Awaken version, where he's not a Super Saiyan. given because he is a Super Saiyan, he's gonna have Super Saiyan and the Golden Warrior Link skill, and also Fierce Battle too. But I don't know, card art design itself, I do prefer the the non-Dokkan Awakened version. I think it just looks much cooler, and it's a nice design. Not really a relevant topic right now, but just figured I'd state my opinions. I guess that's kind of why you guys watch these types of videos anyway, right? So I mean, with the criticals, he was able to hit for about 960,000 ish. So definitely not a bad unit at 100%. But I mean, keep in mind you have to have at least 5 dupes, and then you've got to get the SA maxed out, and then you've obviously got to invest the TEQ orbs to get them to 100%. So there's definitely a lot of work involved. So I mean, it's a process, and whether it's worth that process or not, I mean, it's gonna depend on each player. But like I said, hopefully this video will kind of give you an idea of whether it's is worth it or not, depending on the deck, obviously. It would have been better to link him with the Golden Warrior type units like Future Gohan that's on here, but I mean, he's versatile enough, and I think Super Saiyan, I mean not Super Saiyan, but Golden Warrior, I mean, it's essentially just +1 key and enemy drop by defense drop by 2,000, so it's not overly like necessary or anything, but I mean, it's a nice bonus. But you don't have to force linkage between other Golden Warrior units exactly. I mean, he shares other link skills enough with the other units that it doesn't really impact it that greatly. So it's not a bad unit, and he can link up fine. So you'll be able to at least see type disadvantage come up against the intelligence version of Angel Golden Frieza. So that'll give you kind of an idea of under type disadvantage situations, like how he'll actually perform in terms of both offense and defense. So unfortunately, he's not going to have any attacks coming his way on this rotation, but you'll at least be able to see the damage output based against an intelligence type.